SGT Beast Larson. I'm going to sit down here doing my stump here. This is dedicated to the CRPS group, my wife, I love you, her best friend Susan, and the rest of the gang up north in Ohio. I'm just using a basic 25-pound curl bar. You can get these at look around yard sales. People have different things, sales, and Play It Again Sports, something like that. You can get them really $20 or so, pretty cheap. But it's light enough we can kind of really work the upper body, get some movement, some stretching, some range of motion with a little bit of weight while we're doing it, not trying to go heavy. The first thing we're going to do, with palms facing up, I'm going to hold this in the middle, rest my wrists down on my legs to do wrist curl. Let's do 20 of these. 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, from here we're going to curl. Just come straight up. I didn't move my hands, they're still close. We're going to do 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. From here, keeping my hands in the same spot, straight up over my head. 2, 3, 4, doing 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Bring it down. We can lay it on our legs to rest if we want to. Now we went through the wrist curl. We kind of worked the forearm with our hands in close, working the biceps like that, curls, and press it straight up. Some of our front shoulders, a little bit of tricep. But we're using the arms, the motion, to make the wheels go on a wheelchair. That's what we're trying to accomplish. Our second set, we're going to turn our hands, our palms down. We'll do it just a little bit different, but same exercise is going to feel a little different. Now while we're sitting here, you can rest this on your lap of your legs. I did all this without any leg movement at all. So if you've got legs and hips, low back problem, something very light like this, even if you have something 10 pounds, just to get that movement, use your muscles, stretch your arms out, stretching them forward, we stretch them overhead. We want to keep that range of motion going. Nobody likes to go to therapy and hear them talk about range of motion every minute. That's irritating because they can walk around the move pain-free. When you're sitting there in a lot of pain, you just don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear range of motion. Okay, next time we're going to do our hands down like this. You can only raise your wrist up just a little bit. This is going to help a little bit more of this part of your forearm, this top and outside. When our palms were up, it helps more the inside. So kind of the inside and the outside. Let's do 20, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, got my hands on the curl bar. I'm just leaning back. Now I'm going to curl with the palms facing down. This is helping a little bit more of the outside, the two muscles of the bicep, the inside and outside. If you're looking down, you can say left and right. So it's helping the outer, the right side. And let's do 20, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, and 20. From here, straight up. 1, doing 20. 3, 4, 6, Now this is helping more of the long muscle of your tricep, not the horseshoe like we did for before. 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hands bring it down. Now in this position while we're sitting, and this is only 25 pounds, it's not heavy, it's not hurting my legs. If you can still use calf muscles, ankles, calves, and your knee flexor, you can raise up on your tippy toes. And you can also do this heavier weight. I do this with dumbbells, and I'll put a cushion on my leg. I'll get one of the cushions off the lawn furniture outside. Can't use the white scooter couch cushions. So I'll get the outside cushion, lay it on my leg, put a dumbbell on here, and do this, or a bar with heavier weights. I'm going to do 20. $17, $18, $19, $20, just to get a little calves going on there. Okay, as we're sitting, we rest. Your arms should be feeling a little bit pumped up. Mine are. The front of your shoulders right here. Got this movement going. Now remember, when you're exercising, you need to stretch before, and you can do some stretching during exercises. When you're doing deadlifts, some of the movements that I do holding the bar, I'll hold it a few seconds because it helps me to stretch. Stretch arms, stretch legs. We tippy toe when I'm doing squats. Come up, stand up straight, stretch my back, my legs, my hamstrings. Incorporate some stretching in your exercises. Okay, we're going to do one more thing. It's going to be a little bit different. We're not just going to do the wrist curls and then the curls and then overhead. We're going to do this all in one motion. So I'm going to start off with my palms facing up. We're going to do 10 this way. So I'm going to curl up, make this a curl, overhead, and then with my arms straight, I'm going to lean them back and pull this back up. This is lightweight. Back down. Start down here. Wrist curl, curl, overhead, bring this down, back up, back down to here. Curl, down behind your head, up overhead, back down, curl it back down to your lap, wrist down, curl it up, curl, press it behind the head. Normally you do this with your hands the other way. We're going to get to that shortly. Back down. Okay, we've done 5. Turn our hands upside down, palms down. Wrist curl again. Curl up to your shoulders. Press it overhead. Keep your arms straight, bending at the elbows, down, straight back up. Curl it down. I'm going to lean over. Relax my wrist. Do the wrist curl, bicep curl, press, triceps back and up, bar back. Just trying, we're getting some motion now. Not range of motion, stretching in motion. We're just incorporating arms, shoulders, forearms. Back down. Wrist curl, curl it up. Press, bring this back, curl it down, controlling this. See, I'm still activating my biceps while I'm doing this. Lean forward and down. One more. Wrist curl, curl, press. I call these skull busters, depending on some places where you go. Down, and my wrist curl. Put this down here on my feet for a second, down on the floor. We'll shake the arms out. Does that feel good? You can do that with that weight. You can do many, many more sets. I'm just doing this to give you an example. We did a set completely, palms up. We did another round with palms down. And then we did a whole all the way from a wrist curl overhead, like this. So we've really hit 2 different exercises for your tricep. We've hit the front shoulders, sides a little bit, We've hit the inside and outside of the forearm. Get these pumped up for you. And your bicep. We've hit the inside and the outside. So just trying to be kind of thorough but basic to get your whole arms going. As a secondary, we used our traps a little bit up here. That helps this movement of our shoulders and curling and then up and down. We activated those a little bit. So that was just a bonus. And if you're able to, remember, put some weight on here, whether it's a bar, a dumbbell. Put your kids right here if you need to, with a cushion. Do some calf raises. Do them like this. When I train calves, I train them where I'm standing on a board, and I use a bar, do both feet at a time. Then I'll hold a dumbbell, and I'll do 1 foot at a time, and I'll sit down and do seated calf raises like this. Just hitting them at different angles. You can turn your toes in, your heels out like this. The position of your feet will help a little bit more with the outer and the inner part of your calves, where you can turn your toes out and your heels in and do it. That'll help this on the inside. Just trying to help you get going. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll do the next exercises for the wheelchair bound are going to be on a machine. I'll show you the machine I have. And it's something you can sit in one position and do different muscle groups without ever moving. And you can work it with the weights where some exercises you do 2 hands and some of them just do it 1 at a time because that movement is stronger. But you'll never have to get up. You can adjust your weight, sit down, go through your whole workout and never move. That's what we're trying to do. Give ideas, suggestions, and examples to help those in a wheelchair, help those with limited mobility to exercise. Thanks for joining. I'll see you soon.